Having a good understanding of cascading style sheets will open up a lot of design possibilities for you. But first off, what are cascading style sheets? Well, they're commonly known as CSS, and they're a style sheet language that is used to describe the design of an HTML document. So this controls all of the various visual aspects, whether it's the color, the fonts, the layout, pretty much anything visual can be controlled with CSS. The great thing about it is it enables the separation of the content from the design. So if you have an HTML page, you might have all of the CSS at the top of the page dealing with the visual aspect and the content below that gets affected by the CSS. For example, you can change your link color, say for instance, from a blue to more of a teal color just by changing the CSS, and it will ripple that change throughout your entire site. Or what you can have is you can have an entirely separate CSS page that affects the HTML. And the great thing about that is because you can have one CSS file that, in essence, affects a whole site. And again, you change it in that one file, it changes across the whole site. Also means smaller file size, and it's just much more effective, easier way to work. Now, creating CSS styles. How do you create them, and what does it really look like? Well, it consists of a selector and declarations. The selector in this case is the paragraph tag. So anytime the paragraph tag is being used, what it will do is it will change the properties of that paragraph text. In this case, it'll change the color to white. That's what those Fs are there for. And it will also change the font to Arial. So that's what it's going to do anytime the paragraph tag is being used. So as you can see right here, there's one line of text that has the paragraph tag associated with it, the selector. So again, it references the selector, which contains all of the various properties or declarations. So the result is something like this, where you see obviously the text in white, a different font other than the text below it. So this is great, sort of understanding this foundation of CSS, how it works, how it gets used. But the great thing is Dreamweaver makes creating CSS styles really easy, giving you all the controls at your fingertips, allowing you to affect the visual appearance of any web page.